The Southeastern men's basketball team, University of Mobile Rams. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the beautiful University Center on the campus of Southeastern Louisiana. I'm Chris Salim. Today, the Lions look to even their record at 2-2 under rookie head coach David Kiefer as they look to bounce back from Wednesday's 81-70 loss to Grambling State. And, a Lions team that's getting better game by game, and I thought they grew up a good bit against Grambling, even though the result didn't go the way that they wanted to. A lot of things happened in that game that I think are going to help make them a better team a month and 2 months down the road. But the Lions under Coach David Kiefer, and it's been a good start to at least, building to what they're trying to get to, as it's a bunch of newcomers that are still learning the system, but they're getting better each and every game, each and every possession. I think we're going to see that here again tonight. They'll take on the Rams of Mobile. This is the first ever meeting between the two, as the Rams come in with a 2-2 record under first-year head coach Darnell Archie. And, again, it's an NAIA team and all that. You can put that stuff on paper, but all of it really doesn't mean a whole lot. You still got to come out and play the game and, want to finish this homestand off on a high note if you're Southeastern, because let me tell you, Lion fans, after today's game, it is a grueling next 2 weeks for the Lions. They have a 4-game road trip starting at Tulsa Wednesday night. Then they'll go to the Austin Peay State University in Clarksville, Tennessee at 4 o'clock next Saturday. Then Monday the 25th on the road at Vanderbilt. All three of those games you'll be able to get right here on the Southeastern Sports Network, 90.9 KSLU. Also today, it's a special simulcast broadcast with both the KSLU broadcast along with fans tuning in, watching today's broadcast on the Southeastern Sports Network YouTube channel. So we thank those of you listening, those of you watching to the broadcast today, and hope you enjoy this one as the Lions look to even their record at 2-2. Real quick, the clear-bag policy. To increase public safety, Southeastern Athletics has instituted the clear-bag policy for all ticketed athletic events. The policy mirrors the safety precautions taken upon entrance to professional and collegiate sporting venues throughout the country. More information about the new Lion Clear policy is available at linesports.net/clear. So let's take a look at the Lions, at least through the first couple of games. And again, not to sound like a broken record, but I truly think that this team is not far at all from being an extremely competitive team and one that's going to be a pain to deal with in the Southland Conference. But just looking at the individual numbers through the first 3 games, Ty Brewer leading the way in both points and rebounds, averaging 14.7 points and 8.3 rebounds. The 6'7" junior from Meridian, Mississippi. Vaughn Julian, the senior, who a lot of people kind of knew that he was going to be the glue for this team, and he has been just that, averaging 37 minutes a game and 9.3 points a game, also 5 assists and 4.7 rebounds. So he's doing a little bit of everything for the Lions, as also doing a pretty good job at the free throw line, 10 of 12 for 83%. The Lions as a team, though, that's where things have got to get a little bit better. They're shooting just 551 from the charity stripe, 27 of 49, and obviously that'll lose you a lot of ball games once you get to the Southland Conference play. But this is a good way, hopefully, to wrap up the homestand, and if they can pick up a convincing victory here today and get some momentum as they get ready to embark on a 8-day road trip to, of course, Tulsa, Austin Peay, and Vanderbilt. And then they'll have another road game. They won't be back at home until December the 6th when they face SUNO, that's Southern University New Orleans, so at 7 o'clock. So, Lion fans, if you're in the area and you're listening and you want to see this team, you might want to get over here this afternoon because it's going to be 3 weeks before we're back at the University Center. But it's only 10 minutes until we tip this one off. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back. We'll tell you a little bit about what's going on around the conference. A lot of the teams, obviously, in the Southland right now playing money games, and some of them have fared okay and have competed pretty well in them. So we'll talk a little bit about that and talk much more about today's game between the Southeastern men's basketball team and the University of Mobile. We'll take a short break and come back. This is Southeastern men's basketball right here on the Southeastern Sports Network.
What opportunity has Southeastern provided you that you will forever be thankful for?
Southeastern's giving me the education I need for my future. Whether or not I go pro, I know I'm going to be successful.
The Southland Conference, 13 member institutions, over 4,200 student athletes, achieving success in the classroom while excelling in 19 NCAA Division I sports and making a difference through serving others and giving back to the community. Determination, hard work, commitment, excellence, and collaboration. Together, we are Southeastern!
Center as we're 7 minutes exactly away from tip-off. I want to thank everybody joining us on YouTube on the Southeastern Sports Network and those of you listening to us live on 90.9 KSLU. I'm Chris Salim. Our producer back at the KSLU studios is Caitlin Bartholomew, so we certainly appreciate her as we get you set for this one. And let's take a look really quickly around the conference. And I know, obviously, this early in the season it means next to nothing, but just to kind of get an idea on who's doing what. At least early on, Stephen F. Austin with a 4-0 record. Haven't really been tested drastically yet, but everybody who's been following the Lions in this conference for years knows that Stephen F. Austin's going to be a contender, and last year was probably just one of those fluke seasons where things didn't go their way, but I can expect him to be back in the title hunt pretty quickly. But looking at some of the results from this week, and I'm not going to take you through the entire schedule, but just some notable ones. Central Arkansas actually got the treat of a lifetime going to play at Cameron Indoor as they took on the Duke Blue Devils, and as expected, didn't particularly go their way as they fell 105-54. Let's see, looking at some of the other notable games, Wisconsin defeating McNeese 83-63. National champion runner-up Texas Tech beats Houston Baptist 103-74. LSU defeated Nichols yesterday 75-65, and fans, at least early, that's the team that's caught my eye the most because they have played 4 games against pretty quality competition and have more then held their own. They went on the road to Illinois and lost in overtime 78-70, won at Pitt 75-70, and then battled LSU, a top 25 team, for the better part of 40 minutes. That game was, 6-8 points with 3 minutes to go. So Nichols obviously has got a lot of good things working down there, and they're going to be a tough out. When you see a team that's playing that well consistently against teams that are, the money games, teams that are paying you $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 to come over to their gym, and you're giving them all they can handle. But real quick through the standings, Lamar at 2-1, Nichols 2-2, Abilene Christian, Sam Houston, Southeastern, UNO, Northwestern, and UNO all 1-2. Northwestern State, Incarnate Word, Central Arkansas all 1-3. McNeese at 1-4. Houston Baptist 0-3, and A&M Corpus Christi at 0-4. So that's enough about the conference. We're weeks away from really getting to the point where that becomes relevant for the Lions. Right now it's just about them getting better each and every game, and I still think they did that the other night, and I think we're going to see them do that again here this afternoon. But, I think if you're Southeastern, the main thing coming into this afternoon's game is continue to get better on the offensive end. We know that they can defend. I mean, the defense was fine against Grambling. It just at times, I think, on the offensive side maybe got a little stagnant, and I think that happens with youth. This team has, 9 newcomers and 7 freshmen, so it's a young first-year team for Coach David Kiefer, and before it's all said and done, there's going to be a lot of good things to talk about, and good results. I mean, there's plenty of good we can already talk about, but the results will be shown, I believe, before the season ends. So, real quick, the Lions Game Day Experience app. Enjoy digital access to Southeastern player bios, schedules, live scoring updates, social media feeds, and much more. The new mobile app, which provides for custom notifications and support for audio and video broadcasts, is available for download in the App Store and Google Play. A download link is also available at lionsports.net/app. Oh, let's tell you a little bit more about today's opponent, the University of Mobile Rams, and we talked about them being 2-2, coached by Darnell Autry in his rookie season. The Rams coming off a blowout victory over Pensacola Christian, 95-53. Rams are led by senior Will Stanford in the scoring. The Birmingham, Alabama native is averaging 14.3 points per game on 21 for 38 shooting. That's 55%. The 6'3", 180-pound forward, also second on the team in rebounding at 6.5. So UEM also been pretty solid at the free throw line as they shoot 71% as a team, and that's 96 for 134. So the Lions and the Rams just about set to go here, as about 2 minutes or so, and then we'll get to the national anthem. How about Inside Southeastern Basketball, which begins Monday, January the 6th. Inside Southeastern Basketball with David Kiefer airs live from Rainbow Daiquiris at 14384 West Thomas Street. Talk college hoops with Coach Kiefer and host Alan Waddell as they cover the finer points of each game and preview the upcoming games. If you can't join the crowd, you can submit a question at lionsports.net for the Quote Ask the Coach segment. Inside Southeastern Basketball with David Kiefer airs each Monday night during the Lions Southland Conference schedule on the Southeastern Sports Network. Fans, if you're just joining us real quick, the upcoming schedule for the Lions is a rough one. Not so much the games that they can't win by any stretch of the imagination. These are 3 games that they're going to go play next week that they can compete in and can very well win, but it's going to be a long week, a lot of traveling for the entire team, myself included. I'll be with them for the entire week. But they'll go to Tulsa this coming Wednesday, 7 o'clock, that game right here on KSLU 90.9. And then at Austin Peay, 4 p.m. Saturday, the 23rd. They'll play Vanderbilt at 7 p.m. Monday, November 25th. We'll have that game for you right here on KSLU 90.9. Also, that game is going to be broadcast on the SEC network. So, obviously, if you can get the SEC network, you're going to watch it there. If not, you're more than welcome to tune in and listen to myself and bring you the entire play-by-play of that one as we'll come to you from Nashville, Tennessee, a week from Monday night as the Lions will take on the Vanderbilt Commodores. And then after a week off, the Lions will take on in-state rival UL Lafayette Tuesday, December the 3rd on the road. But that's down the road. We'll worry about that later. First things first, the University of Mobile and your Southeastern Lions is next right here on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Why do you support Southeastern Athletics?
So Southeastern is where our family started. We met my wife here, met all our friends here, and now it's given us 2 beautiful children, and now it's part of our family.
To the University Center, and we're just about ready to go. It's time to meet the starting lineups for today's game. Starting lineups brought to you by Roof Crafters. Roof Crafters specializes in commercial and residential roof replacement, storm restoration, repairs, skylights, and more. Find out more online at theroofcrafters.com as we take a look at the lineups for today. First for the visiting Mobile Rams, under first-year head coach Darnell Autry. At guard, a 6'2 senior from Birmingham, Alabama, the aforementioned Will Stanford, who we talked about in the pregame. At guard, a 6'1 junior from Harvest, Alabama, number 4, Maurice Anderson. At forward, a 6'5 senior from Center Point, Alabama, number 5, Darius Curry. At guard, a 6'2 junior from Pace, Florida, number 33, Trenton Short. And at center, a 6'7 senior from Quincy, Florida, number 45, Devontae Sipling. Assistant coach for the Rams is Stephon King. For the Lions, as they look to even their record at 2-2 under first-year head coach David Kiefer, pretty much the same lineup, just one change. It'll be number 5, Byron Smith, 6-foot freshman from Palatka, Florida, starting in place of Laquan Butler. He'll come off the bench today. At guard, a 6'1 senior from Reserve, Louisiana, number 10, Vaughn Julian. At forward, a 6'7 junior from Zizinchou, Senegal. I have finally sat down with Pop Job fans and gotten him to break that down for me word for word. I've always avoided that since I've met Pop, but I have finally gotten his hometown city pronounced correctly. So I'm happy about that, and I'll sleep good. At guard, a 6'6 junior from Punta Gorda, Florida, number 20, Brandon Gonzalez. And at forward, a 6'7 sophomore from Meridian, Mississippi, number 25, Ty Brewer. Assistant coaches for the Lions, Mark Lieberman, Patrick Schulte, Jordan Brooks. Volunteer assistant coach, Jason Williams. Director of scouting and recruiting is Dean Baumert and Riley Conroy. Graduate assistant, Chad Bailey. Strength and conditioning coach, John Jarvis. Head manager, Jalen Johnson. All these guys do a heck of a job with this team, and looking forward to getting on the road with them next week. As the Lions and the Rams coming your way here in just a moment. Again, thank you for joining us, those of you watching on YouTube and the Southeastern Sports Network. For those of you listening on 90.9 KSLU, Lions will be in their road gray with the yellow trim. So basically, fans, those of you that are watching on TV, it'll be a radio broadcast at the same time. So stay with us on that, but we're just going to have to make sure that we describe the action as though this is just a radio broadcast only, but we do have the benefit of having both radio and TV. The technology that the school is getting on a daily basis is tremendous. So we're ready to go. It'll be Brewer and Sipling, and Brewer controls the tip, and we're ready to go. Lions moving left to right. Pass comes near side to Smith. He'll go back up top to Julian. Dribbles far side wing. Julian skips it up top to Smith, to Brewer. Brewer working. Lobs down low to Jop. Jop drop step, puts it up. Layup no good, but a foul. He was hit on his way up. And Jop will immediately go to the free throw line. Foul's going to be whistled against Mobile's Maurice Anderson. That'll be his first personal. First team foul. Tell you what, Mobile getting after it pretty good, looking pretty athletic on the defensive end on that possession. First free throw for Jop. That's off the front iron, no good. Jop struggling at least early in the season at the free throw line. Jop 5 of 12 at the stripe. So Jop's second free throw. This one is off the back iron, no good. Rebound cleared by the Rams, and Southeastern will pressure full court with Byron. With Byron Smith. Smith doing a pretty good job of pressuring the basketball. Lions look like almost in a matchup, but that is not the case. Playing full court man as this one goes to Anderson. Anderson hands it off top to Sipling. Back to Anderson. They'll lob this one down low to Curry. Curry drop step in the lane, travel. Let's go the other way. Nice job by the Lions defense of swarming the post, and they get the early turnover. Both teams with empty possessions on the opening possession. Gonzalez, top of the key, has it, comes near side to Smith. Smith, near side to Brewer. Back up top to Smith. Smith drives baseline. He's cut off nicely, and the Lions will back it up as the Rams will start off in a 2-3 zone. Pass near side to Julian. Julian to Gonzalez with 10 seconds to shoot. He'll dribble to the far side, goes up top to Jop. He fakes the jumper, takes the jumper, the three-pointer. That's off the iron, no good. Rebound cleared by the Rams. Nicely done on the box out by Curry as they come back the other way. Trapped in the corner, can't find anywhere to go with it, but they are able to get this one down low. Skips it back outside to Anderson. Anderson lobs down low to Sipling, back to Anderson from way downtown. That's nothing but net, and Mobile takes the lead early in this one. 3-0 in favor of the Rams. 18:28 left, first half. Julian, far side, looking down low, comes back near side to Gonzalez. He's left open. He fires a three. That's off the iron, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It'll be off of Southeastern. And the Lions scoreless here through the first minute and 42 seconds. Mobile in their road black jerseys with the red numbers, moving right to left here in the first half as it comes into Curry. Curry guarded by Brewer in the backcourt. This one will go back to Anderson. Anderson knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say it went off of Ty Brewer. Oh, it was pretty good defense by Brewer, and it looked like it was knocked out of bounds by Anderson, but it'll stay with the Rams. And they'll get it in bounds to Anderson. Anderson guarded closely by Byron Smith. Smith all over him. Pass comes back near side over to Trenton Short. Short cut off nicely by Brewer. They come back near side with it to Curry. Curry drives baseline. He's cut off nicely. Back up top to Anderson. Drives into the lane. He'll take the turnaround jumper, and that's buried. That's actually Will Stanford, not Anderson. So it's a 5-0 lead for Mobile here early on. Smith has it. He'll come near side to Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Smith. Over to Julian. Julian looking. Goes back up top to Smith. Smith takes a screen from Jop. Smith looking around. Can't find anywhere to go with it. Drives into the lane. Puts this one up. Left-handed layup. Good. Pretty move, Byron Smith. And Southeastern is on the board. 5-2 in favor of the Rams. Pressure in the backcourt as Julian tries to get the trap. They get it to Stanford. Stanford back to Short into the front court. 17:09 to go, first half, 5-2 in favor of the Rams. Good defense by Julian. Pass goes far side to Stanford. Stanford back near side. The three-pointer from Curry. That's off the iron, no good. Rebound cleared by Gonzalez, and he'll push it back the other way. Good pace to this game. Into the front court, Julian near side wing, dribbles top of the key. He drives hard into the lane. Tough shot, put up, no good. Rebound cleared, and then knocked away. Job gets it back. He'll put this one up and puts it in. Nice aggression on the offensive end by Southeastern, and then the Lions get the turnover immediately into the hands of Job. Job gets it to Brewer. Brewer will take the jumper near side. Good. It's 6-5. Southeastern with 6 unanswered points, and they're able to set up the pressure too. That's the difficulty on the made baskets for Mobile, is when the Lions can get in that pressure and set the defense up. This one to Stanford. Stanford to Curry, and the Rams will set this one up as it goes back out to Trenton Short. Short gets it near side to Anderson, drives down low, gets it off to Curry. Layup put up. This one goes over the top of the backboard and will go the other way. So the Lions picking up the intensity the last minute or so as they're on a quick 6-0 run as Jeremiah Saunders will check in for Byron Smith. Saunders, 6'3", 200-pound sophomore from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Northeast High School. Next dead ball will take us to our first media timeout. Gonzalez, far side wing, waves it around, comes back up top to Julian. Julian dribbles near side, takes a screen from Job, drives baseline, and Julian will slow it down with 12 to shoot. Back up top to Gonzalez. Gonzalez will slow it down, hands it off to Jop at the elbow. He'll fire the jumper. This one from, I think his foot was on the line, and it was, and the Lions with an 8-0 run. Nice shot by Pop Jop. Pressure continues in the backcourt with Saunders as he almost gets the steal. It goes to Short. Pass comes near side to Anderson. Anderson into the front court to Short. Back up top to Anderson as he'll slow things down as the Lions on an 8-0 run here as we approach the first media timeout. Pass comes near side to Anderson. He'll hand it off to Curry. Curry working on the near side block, drives in, layup put up, no good. Let's take the charge and roll the other way. Ty Brewer takes the charge. We'll take the timeout. 15:06 left first half. Southeastern 8, Mobile 5. You're watching Southeastern men's basketball right here on the Southeastern Sports Network. Yeah. 15:06 left first half. Southeastern leading 8-5 on an 8-0 run. Early stats in this one: Southeastern 4 of 7 from the field, and Mobile 2 of 4, but 4 turnovers forced by the Lions defense. So 4 points for Pop Jop and a bucket each for Ty Brewer and Byron Smith. And it'll be Isaiah Kirby who checks in for Southeastern during the timeout. Kirby, 6'3", 200-pound freshman from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Sagemont High School. Kirby, far side to Ty Brewer. Brewer on the wing, back up top to Kirby. He'll dribble to the near side to the baseline. Can't find anybody. Goes back up top to Brewer, to Saunders. Far side to Smith. Smith looking around, 10 seconds to shoot. Gives it over to Saunders, who dribbles to the near side baseline. Floater. It's an air ball, but the offensive rebound tipped up. Saunders gets it back. Can't get it. Offensive rebound, and the shot clock expires. A lot of contact there, but nothing doing for Southeastern, and we'll go back the other way as the Lions still lead this one 8-5. Pressure continues in the backcourt. That's number 25, Reese Bray, into the game. the 5'11" freshman from Melbourne, Australia. Bray out in their half court, guarded closely by Smith. They'll give this one near side. Number 13, Andreas Calzagera, 6'5", sophomore from Athens, Greece. This one comes near side to Anderson. Anderson skip past far side to Calzagera. He fakes the three, takes the three off the back iron, no good. Rebound to Kirby. Here come the Lions. Kirby front court. He'll back it out, and he's got it near the half court circle. 14 minutes exactly to go in the first half. Brewer back up top to Kirby. He'll fire the three. Top of the key. Bam. Drills that one as that's nothing but the bottom, and it's an 11-0 run for Southeastern. Pressure in the backcourt, and the Lions really doing their job there as this one will go to Bray. Bray gets it into the front court. This one tipped, but it goes to Stanford for three. That's off the front iron, no good. Offensive rebound, Anderson. He'll go back up with it. Wild shot, no good. Rebound cleared by Pop Jop. And the Lions really starting to push the pace to this game early. Jop, top of the key. He'll fire the three, and this one is good. A 14-0 run by the Lions, and Coach David Kiefer calls a 30-second timeout, and I think, not sure. We'll stick right with it, though. 30-second timeout, and that'll give us a chance to give you the North Oaks Health tip of the game. North Oaks Health tip of the game. North Oaks Orthopedic Specialty Center provides expert bone, joint, and muscle care for all ages, from children to senior adults, little leaguers to elite athletes, and everyone in between. Connect with the physician specialist on North Oaks Orthopedic Specialty Center in Hammond and Livingston at northoaks.org. So Southeastern, after getting behind 5-0, as you can see, those of you watching on YouTube and the Southeastern Sports Network, it's a 14-0 run. And the Lions absolutely have taken it to another level here in the last couple of minutes as they continue the pressure in the backcourt. Stanford pushes it into the front court, gets it down low. This one is dunked on the other end by Sipling as the Rams break the pressure pretty easily. Nicely done by Mobile. Julian, top of the key, 14-0 run over. Kirby, he'll fire the three, top of the key, drills that one. Isaiah Kirby hot to start the ball game. 17-7 Lions. Pressure in the backcourt as it goes to Katsigaris, and he has it poked away momentarily, but gets it into the front court to Bray. Bray, far side wing, the three-pointer. That one's going to be off the iron. No good. It's going to go out of bounds. No, it's saved. Nick Caldwell, who just checked in the game, makes a terrific play. Caldwell, 6'8", or 6'7", freshman from Geismar, Louisiana, and he has probably been one of the pleasant early season surprises. Not to say that we weren't expecting good, but he's been outstanding through his first 3 games of his career. We'll tell you a little bit more about him in a second. Kirby has it near side. He goes over to Caldwell. Caldwell hands it back over to Mox Romanoff. Jumper put up, no good. And the rebound cleared by the Lions. Romanoff, 6'7" freshman from Nahara, Israel. Pressure in the backcourt, but it's broken by the Rams as it goes far side to Katsagawas. And the shot is off the back iron. It'll go out of bounds off of, I'm going to say it went off of the Lions. But back to Caldwell fans. I mean, coming off the bench, scoring 8 points a game, grabbing 5 rebounds. He's shooting 47% from the field. Just been terrific. And the hustle points that he's been getting, not to mention, just all the little things. He's kind of showing to be, a versatile player in every sense. And this one is to Stanford. Stanford working one-on-one on Caldwell. He'll drive baseline. Good defense by Julian, but a foul going to be called against Julian for the block. And that'll take us to the under 12 media timeout. Lions in control of this one, leading 17-7. We'll take a break and come back. This is Southeastern men's basketball right here on the Southeastern Sports Network. 17-7, Southeastern in control here. Almost halfway through the first half. Lions 7 of 12 from the field. 7 points for Pop Job, 6 for Isaiah Kirby. Kirby knocking down a couple of three-pointers. As the Lions leading this one by 10 as the Rams have the basketball. Southeastern versus the University of Mobile. Men's basketball here today at the University Center. A little matinee, Sunday matinee, before the Lions embark on a one-week road trip. This one goes into the corner, far side to Gabriel Cruz. He drills the three. He just checked in, 6'4" senior from the Bronx, New York. Julian has it near side wing. He'll dribble to the top of the key. Oh, what a pass from Julian to Caldwell, and he lays it up and in. Beautifully executed on the pick and roll by Julian and Caldwell, and the Lions back in front by 9. Pressure by Kirby as he's all over Bray. Bray gets it near side to Cruz, 3. That one is short, but a foul going to be called on Caldwell, and that'll put Bray at the line for 3 free throws. So Caldwell a little bit aggressive on the closeout, and Cruz will get 3 free throws. 19-10, Southeastern with the lead. And the first free throw, this one is nothing but net. So, first free throw is good. It's an 8-point game. Second free throw is off. No good. Ty Brewer going to check back in for Southeastern as Max Romanoff checks out. 11:16 to go first half. Lions by 8, trying to even their record at 2-2. Third free throw is good, so Cruz knocks down 2 of 3, and Julian will bring it back the other way. Lions with a 7-point lead. Julian will take it to the top of the key, and he'll go back to Caldwell. Caldwell back to Julian with 18 on the shot clock. 11 minutes exactly left in the half, and we're going to get a foul away from the ball. This is going to be against Cruz, drawn by Caldwell. Caldwell was trying to cut to the basket, and they're going to get Cruz for a little bit too much contact, trying to impede the cut. Julian will inbound under his own basket for the Lions, and he gets it into Brewer. Brewer hands it back to Julian in the near side corner. He'll dribble it back up top. Julian, a little hesitation dribble, and hands it off to Caldwell. Lob down low to Brewer, and he can't get the layup to go, and he'll go the other way. Pretty pass from Caldwell. Good catch by Brewer, but unable to finish at the rim, and the Lions turn it over. So, Mobile hang around here at least early as this one comes inbounds to Bray. Bray gets it near side to Short. Short skips it far side over to, that's number 3, Logan Fouts, who just checked in. Fouts will give it back up top to Bray. Bray dribbles right side, cut off nicely by Ty Brewer. This one will go to Cruz. Cruz into the corner near side to Short for 3. It's no good. Offensive rebound cleared by Fouts. Fouts back up top to Cruz. Cruz over to Katsagawas. It's no good. Rebound cleared by Gonzalez. Here come the Lions. The pace to this game really picking up. Julian, great pass to Caldwell. Can't find anywhere to go and throws it away. 10-11 to go in the first half. Southeastern by 7, 19-12 as Pop Jop and Byron Smith check back in. Isaiah Kirby and Brandon Gonzalez check out. So on the floor for the Lions, it's Saunders, Brewer, Jop, Julian, and Smith, the original start. Well, 4 of the 5 starters, I should say. Smith, pressure in the backcourt as Bray able to beat it. Gets it down low to Cruz. Layup put up no good, and a foul going to be called against Brewer. So Brewer whistled for the foul. Mobile doing a pretty good job here of withstanding some of the pressure in the first half, hanging around in this one, and give them some credit. This is this game for them is a lot like the Lions. What they're going to be going up against next week. The money games and some great exposure, and they've come in here and they've competed very well so far. 10 minutes and a couple of ticks to go in the first half. Second free throw good, and Cruz has trimmed it to a 5-point game. In a game of runs early on as Mobile scored the first 5, Southeastern scored the next 14 And now it's leveled out again as it's a 19-14 Southeastern lead. Julian front court has the beautiful lob backdoor pass, and it's slammed home by Brewer. 7-point lead, 21 to 14. Pressure in the backcourt as Fouts guarded closely by Smith. This one will go to Bray. Bray trapped in the corner. Lions really picking pressure up. 10-second call will go back the other way. Well, that really kind of picked up the Lions' intensity after the dunk by Brewer, and the Lions suffocated on the defensive end that possession. 9:34 to go first half. Southeastern 21, Mobile 14 if you're just joining us, coming from the University Center on the campus of Southeastern Louisiana. Top of the key, it's Saunders. Saunders back near side to Vaughn. Julian back to Saunders. Saunders will fire the three. That's off the front iron, and this one will be tipped, and it's controlled by Saunders. Saunders gets it back to Julian, and it's a backcourt violation. 21-14 our score as the Lions whistle for the backcourt violation. 9:16 left in the first half. Southeastern by 7. Inbound pass is thrown away. Smith on his way to it, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Smith. So good defense by Byron Smith, but not quite able to get the steal. And Lions have amped up their defensive pressure here to another level as Julian and Saunders right there. Saunders almost able to get the steal, and he does. He gets it to Brewer. Baseline jumper. That's good. 23-14 Lions. Knocked out of bounds by Smith, and it'll stay with Mobile. 8:59, but boy, the Lions really getting after it the last couple of possessions in the full court. Don't get me wrong, that's this team's MO. That's really what's going to, they're going to go or not go this season because of their defensive prowess. And as you can, for those of you that are able to watch right now, you can see that they are athletic enough to go based on their defense. This one, the layup knocked out of bounds by Pop Jop as it's blocked as Maurice Anderson tried to go to the basket, and Pop Jop had other ideas as he swats it out of bounds. 8:50 first half. Southeastern by 9, 23-14. This one comes inbounds. And the three-pointer by Bray, and that's off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound again. This one goes to Anderson. Layup put up and good. So Maurice Anderson, tell you, at 6'1", 160 pounds, he can absolutely fly. So 7-point game, and Julian turns it over, and here comes Cruz. Cruz the other way. He'll come and lay it up off the back iron. No good. Rebound tipped in. This one is a loose ball. Jop comes away with it, and we're going to get a timeout called by Jop and Southeastern since we're just in front of the media timeout. Let's see if they're going to make it a media timeout yet. No, 30-second timeout, so we'll stay with it. And then we'll go to the media timeout here in just a few minutes. So anyway, Lions Game Day Experience app. Enjoy digital access to Southeastern player bios, schedules, live scoring updates, social media feeds, and much more. The new mobile app, which provides for custom notifications and support for audio and video broadcasts, is available for download in the App Store and Google Play. A download link is also available at lionsports.net/app. So Southeastern here with 8:18 to go in the first half, leading 23-16. Still, a lot of good things, I think, on the defensive end through the first 12 minutes of this game. And they're really going to be able to use that, I think, moving forward with it. And the thing I like is that the defense should be there every game, and it has been. As far as the offensive continuity and getting in the rhythm that you want to on that side of the floor, that takes time. I mean, with 9 newcomers and a brand new staff, you couldn't have expected them to come out and at least do the first handful of games and be clicking on all cylinders. And not to say that they've necessarily struggled with it, but there's certainly room down the line for them to get a little bit better on that side of the floor. They're going to continue to do that. And I think you're seeing some of it today. I thought they've so far gotten a bunch of good looks on the three, knocked them down. One from Pop Jop, a couple of threes from from Isaiah Kirby. And Just, not to sound cliche, but taking it possession by possession is Southeastern trying to get better as this one goes into the front court to Saunders. Saunders will slow it down for Southeastern. This one tipped away and stolen by by Mobile, and a foul's going to be called as Maurice Anderson, again, with a terrific play to get the steal, and he'll go to the free throw line. This one's going to be called against let's see, I believe the official called it on number 4. I think he's saying 5. So the foul is called on Byron Smith. The entire press row was kind of looking in confusion as they called the foul on number 4. That's Max Starwood, who's not on the floor, but they meant Byron Smith, so fair enough. 8 minutes to go, 23-17, Southeastern here in the first half. Next dead ball takes us to the under 8 media timeout. Julian, front court to Kirby. Back to Julian, near side to Kirby. As Mobile stays in the 2-3 zone. This one will go to Jop. Nice up and under layup. Nope, travel. Yep, so Jop shuffled his feet and will go to the media, or will we? Apparently, they have decided that was the media timeout. So I'm going to have to find a time to squeeze in another break before halftime, fans, because they went to the media timeout at the when we called the 30-second break just a minute ago. So this one's knocked there, goes right into the hands of Pop Jop. Jop steals it and goes into the front court to Julian. Top of the key. Kirby left wide open for 3, and that's nothing but net. Pressure in the backcourt. Lions by 9, keeping the distance from them in Mobile. As Stanford will bring it the other way. Stanford can't find anywhere to go with it, and then gets it into the front court to Anderson. The jumper is good. Maurice Anderson keeping the Rams in the game as he's now got 7 points. Make it 9, actually. Pass over to Saunders, back to Julian. Saunders, he'll fire the 3 from the wing, and that's off the back iron. Offensive rebound. Julian puts it up. No good. It rolls off the rim. He gets his own rebound. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line. Fans, okay, so normally we wouldn't do this, but we're going to take it to a quick break so that we can get the break in that we missed. I'll tell you what happened with Vaughn, Julian, and anything you missed here in just a moment. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Southeastern men's basketball right here on the Southeastern Sports Network. Back line fans as the Lions. Oh, what a play by Pop Jop as that one knocked out of bounds and blocked. Vaughn Julian knocking down 1 of 2 free throws while we were away as the Lions have a 8-point lead, 27-19 with 6:03 to go. And we are now all caught up on our break, so apologize for the inconvenience and misunderstanding. I thought that they called the 30-second timeout right ahead of the media timeout, and then they decided to go to the media timeout without letting me know. So this one knocked away and stolen. Pop Jop having a terrific first half as this one goes the other way. Jop fires the 3. Top of the key. He banks it. No good. Offensive rebound, Brewer. He goes up with it, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. 27-19 our score. Southeastern leading the University of Mobile here in the first half of the Sunday matinee. Final game of a 3-game homestand for the Lions before they head off a rather lengthy road trip that begins this coming Wednesday at the University of Tulsa. First free throw up. This one is good for Brewer. Brewer, kind of like Jop, had been struggling a little bit at the free throw line, but knocks that one down. Second free throw, that one nothing but net for Brewer, and the Lions back up in front by double digits. It's 29-19. Pressure in the backcourt. Inbounds pass comes to Anderson. Anderson guarded closely by Romanoff. Romanoff all over Anderson in the backcourt, and he'll set the offense up. Anderson takes a couple dribbles, gives it near side wing to Short. Short gives it up top to Sipling. Sipling comes back near side to Anderson. They get it down low. This is a drop step by Curry. Travel. Let's go the other way. Southeastern, if you're just joining us on the Southeastern Sports Network YouTube channel, in the home gray with the white trim and the yellow numbers, and of course Mobile in the road black. If you're listening on the radio, Southeastern traveling left to right. This one comes near side to Julian. Julian with 10 seconds to shoot, goes far side. Romanoff will take the three, and that's off the iron. No good. Rebound fought for it. Goes to Pop Jop. Jop will go. No, he'll back it out and reset. Nice job by Jop. Jop. He'll fire the jumper far side. That's no good. Rebound tipped, and it'll go to the Rams, and they'll bring it into the front court to Stanford. Stanford has it poked away momentarily. Lions have him trapped in the corner. He can't find anywhere to go with it, but then he throws it away. It's Jop. Jop on the run out. He will lay it up, and he's fouled hard, and he'll go to the free throw line as Stanford. Hard foul, but not a dirty one. Made a play at the ball, and Jop gets up, and he'll walk to the free throw line and see if he can knock a couple of these down. 29-19 Lions here late in the first half. Jop's first free throw off the iron, no good. I'll tell you, it's weird, though, because Pop Jop has anything. He has a terrific looking shot. The ball comes out of his hand and it looks very pretty. He's got the backspin and everything that you're looking for. At least just early on in the season from the free throw line, it hasn't gone his way. Second free throw, that one hits the front iron, and he gets it to go. So the shooter's touch does go Jop's way, and the Lions, with their biggest lead of the night, tied for their biggest lead of the night, 11, is it's 30-19. Ray, and what do we have? A reach-in foul called against Julian. And let's see. Looks like Ray hurts a little bit more than anybody. Seemed innocent enough. He reach-in foul against Vaughn, and Bray just, kind of stumbled to the floor. Didn't seem like much of anything, and now he's kind of limping significantly and having to be helped off the floor. Boy, sure hope Bray's okay, but that's a scary type of injury because there was such minimal contact. It makes you think that might be something with the ligaments or something. But keep an eye on him and see if he starts moving around a little bit better. As that's number 20, Montrez Radcliffe, who just checked in for the Rams. Rams with the basketball. Pass comes back near side to Stanford. He'll dribble to the top of the key. Crossover dribble. Brewer almost able to pick his pocket, but the Rams keep possession. Stanford drives hard to the basket. Shot put up and good. Pretty move by Will Stanford, and it's a 9-point game, and the Lions turn it over on the other end. We're going to get a foul called against Max Romanoff as he tried to take the block. That takes us to the under 4 media timeout. Mobile hanging tough here in the first half as the Lions lead 30-21. We'll take a break and come back. This is Southeastern men's basketball right here on the Southeastern Sports Network. Yeah, this is true. I don't know. That's a good. In the first half, Southeastern leading by 9, 30-21. It feels like they're ahead a little bit more than that, but credit Mobile for hanging around in this one. The Rams shooting just 7 of 22 from the field, 2 of 10 from the three-point line. They've got 11 turnovers, but Southeastern, 7 turnovers themselves. They're shooting 11 of 24. As we're back to action real quick. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. Pass goes far side over to Radcliffe. Mobile with the basketball. He drives baseline. Shot put up. Great play from behind by Saunders as he knocks it out of bounds. Gets all ball there, and it'll stay with the Rams. 12 to shoot. Southeastern and the University of Mobile from the University Center in Hammond, Louisiana on Southeastern's campus. Game 4 of the 2019-20 season. This is Stanford. Drives hard to the basket. Shot put up and good. Another pretty move by Will Stanford. Tell you what, Will Stanford looks the part of a Division I player. That's for sure. Gonzalez, far side. He's cut off by Radcliffe, and then he'll turn around. The jumper is put up. No good. Rebound fought for. And the jump ball possession there gives it back to the Rams. Gonzalez unable to knock the jumper down, and Kirby comes back in. 30-23 Southeastern as Mobile just refusing to go away. Pressure in the backcourt by Southeastern. Saunders all over Radcliffe as he will bring it into the front court. Radcliffe has it poked away by Smith but out of bounds, and Vaughn Julian's about to check right back in. Julian's breaks are usually very minimal as Lion fans who followed this team for the last year or so know Julian's going to play 35, 36 minutes every night. So this will be Stanford, and he gets it inbounds out to Sipling. Sipling over to Anderson. Anderson drives hard right side, takes the jumper from the far side and drills it. Mobile has cut the lead back to 5 here late in the first half, 30-25. Caldwell, he'll fire the three. That's no good. Rebound cleared by the Rams, and here comes the University of Mobile trying to make this a one-possession game. Stanford drives in. He's cut off nicely, knocked away, and it'll go back over to Anderson. Anderson gets this one down low but throws it away, and it'll go back the other way. So Southeastern with the 5-point lead, in Mobile, though, doing everything to stay in this game and doing a heck of a job doing it, as this one goes from Smith to Julian near side wing. Back up top to Smith. Smith drives far side to the baseline. He gets it into the corner to Caldwell. Caldwell to Kirby. Fakes the three, drives in, and we're going to get a foul on the floor called against number 0, Devin Murray. Murray, 6'3", senior from Mobile, Alabama. And Kirby with a chance to add to his team lead 9 points. First free throws up, and this one in and out no good. The front of the 1-and-1, and then Caldwell fouls on the rebound attempt. Devin Curry gets the rebound. Caldwell whistled for the foul, and then we'll go the other way for the 1-and-1. So Pop Jop will check in for Caldwell. And Curry with a chance now to make this a one-possession game. Running the 1-and-1, nothing but net for Curry. Devin Curry from Mobile, Alabama. No, I checked and looked into it. In no way, shape, or form is he related to Steph. Of course, that being Steph Curry from the Golden State Warriors. Second free throw, no good. Rebound skied for and cleared by Brewer, and he'll bring it into the front court with Julian. Julian, top of the key, goes far side to Kirby, fakes the three, gets it back to Brewer. Brewer at the free throw line, double teamed. He gets it back out to Kirby for three. That's off the front iron, no good. It goes over the backboard and goes back over to the Rams. With 2 minutes exactly to go in the first half, this has turned into a very competitive game, 30-26 Southeastern, as they'll pressure in the full court. Inbounds pass to Curry. Curry will hand it off to Anderson, guarded by Julian in the backcourt as we wind down on the first half. Anderson drives hard into the lane. Layup put up, no good. Knocked away by Pop Job. We've got a loose ball, and oh goodness, I hope I hope Brewer doesn't hurt his arm as he got rolled up underneath there. Possession there will give it to Southeastern, but for those of you that were watching on the Southeastern Sports Network YouTube channel, you could see how Brewer's arm got rolled up underneath on the play there. Fortunately, he was able to get it out of there before he ended up doing some serious damage to it as Julian has it for Southeastern. Pressure in the backcourt for the first time by the Rams, and the Lions break it as it goes over to Smith. Back up top to Julian. He throws it off the foot of Radcliffe, and it'll stay with Southeastern with 18 seconds on the shot clock. 1:30 to go first half. Southeastern 30, Mobile 26. Julian, top of the key. Mobile stays in the 2-3 zone. Smith takes a couple of dribbles, goes back up top to Julian to Kirby. Kirby over to Brewer, elbow jumper. That's off the iron, no good. Rebound cleared, loose ball, and it's going to be into the hands of Stanford. Stanford up to Anderson. Anderson races it into the front court. Foul called on Kirby. He'll go to the free throw line. Will Anderson, as the Rams just methodically getting back into this game as Anderson will have a chance at the free throw line to cut this to a 2-point lead for Southeastern. Front end of the 1-and-1, no good, and Brewer rips the rebound down. Julian up ahead to Kirby. Kirby drives into the lane, gets it down low to Jop. Jop turn around, loses it, offensive foul. The Lions out of sync on the offensive end here over the last couple of minutes as they haven't scored in over 3 minutes. 19 foul against Southeastern as we've got a minute and a couple of ticks to go in the half. Lions by 4. Inbounds pass comes to Sipling. And it's knocked out of bounds. It'll go back to Southeastern. Great play by Byron Smith on the inbounds play, able to knock it off the foot of Anderson, and the Lions will have an inbounds play underneath their own basket. So Julian looking, and then he has to throw it all the way to the backcourt to Jop, but the Lions have a full shot clock, and let's see what they can do with it. Julian, guarded closely by Radcliffe. Julian. And a reach-in foul called, and Julian will go to the free throw line, and nobody you'd rather have at the line for Southeastern than Julian. And Julian 10 of 12 from the free throw line on the young season. That is 83.3% to be exact. Running the 1-and-1, nothing but the bottom for Julian as Trenton Short checks back in. Radcliffe comes out. Gabriel Cruz going to check in as well. He'll come and get Devin Curry. Southeastern by 5, 31-26 as we wind down on the first half. 53 seconds to go until halftime. Free throw is up. Free throw is good by Julian. Inbounds pass comes to Short. Short pressured in the backcourt by Smith. Smith all over him. Smith turning him 3 or 4 times, almost gets the steal, then it goes back out to Stanford. 2-for-1 chance for Mobile here. As this one is knocked away by Smith and stolen. Great play by Byron Smith. And now the Lions can have the 2-for-1. There's about a 4-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Byron Smith, three-pointer air ball back the other way. So that'll knock the shot clock out of the equation, and Mobile will get the final shot of the half, you would think, as this one will go to Cruz. Cruz will race it into the front court. See if they hold for one or if they, does sound like Coach Archie is wanting the Rams to hold. 9 seconds to shoot. Pass comes near side to Stanford. Stanford, he'll take the jumper, and this one is off the back iron. No good. Rebound fought for. It's a loose ball, and this one is put up and no good as the first half buzzer sounds. So, competitive first half, but it is the Lions with the advantage, 32-26 at halftime. We'll take a short break, come back with first half stats and more. This is Southeastern Men's Basketball on the Southeastern Sports Network.
The Southland Conference, 13 member institutions, over 4,200 student athletes, achieving success in the classroom while excelling in 19 NCAA Division I sports and making a difference through serving others and giving back to the community. Determination, hard work, commitment, excellence, and collaboration. Together, we are
Here at the University Center as Southeastern leads this one 32-26 as we go through the first half stats. First for Mobile, they're shooting 9 of 28 as a team, 2 of 10 from the three-point line, 6 of 10 from the free throw line, 23 rebounds. They've got just 3 assists but 14 turnovers. But Will Stanford and Maurice Anderson doing a pretty good job of creating off the dribble as Anderson leads the way with 10 points, 4 of 8 shooting, 1 of 2 from the three-point line, 1 of 3 at the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 2 fouls, 2 turnovers, and a steal. Stanford with 6 points and 3 of 5 shooting, 1 assist, and 3 turnovers. And let's see, Gabriel Cruz with 7 points with a three-pointer, 1 of 2 from the field, 4 of 5 from the free throw line to lead the Rams. For Southeastern, somewhat a pretty balanced attack, actually, as Isaiah Kirby leading the way with 9 points, 8 points each for Ty Brewer and Pop Jop, and 3 points for Vaughn Julian. As we go into the numbers a little bit more particularly, Jop 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 1 of 4 at the free throw line with 3 rebounds, and 5 steals for Jop with 2 block shots. Brandon Gonzalez 0 for 2 with 2 rebounds. Ty Brewer 3 for 6 from the field with knocking down 2 free throws. He's also got 5 rebounds with 8 points, on his way possibly to another double-double and an assist. Byron Smith 1 for 2 from the field, 0 for 1 from the three-point line with 2 points, 1 assist, and 2 steals. Vaughn Julian 3 for 4 from the free throw line, 3 points and 2 rebounds, also 4 assists for the senior. Jeremiah Saunders with 2 rebounds and a steal. Isaiah Kirby 3 or 4 from the field, 3 3-pointers for the freshman, and he's got 9 points with 1 rebound. And Nick Caldwell 1 for 2 from the field with 2 points. He's been whistled for 3 fouls, and he's got a steal as well. Lions with let's see, 9 team fouls called against them, 8 for Mobile. Nobody other than maybe Caldwell in any immediate foul trouble. Well, Caldwell definitely in some foul trouble with 3, but everybody else in pretty good shape for the Lions. Julian with 2, so he's going to have to be careful early in the third quarter, the second half. And for Mobile, nobody with more than 1 except for Will Stanford, so they're in pretty good shape with the fouls. But anyway, Lions with a 6-point lead. I mean, for those of you that are watching, it does feel like the Lions have been a little bit more in control of this game than the score indicates, but the shooting hasn't been as good as, maybe we would have hoped for. Lions 11 of 29 from the field, 4 of 14 from the three-point line, 6 of 11 at the free throw line. Mobile out rebounding Southeastern 23-16, so that's helped the Rams stay in this game with some with some second chance opportunities. But most importantly, the Lions with a 6-point lead, and hopefully they can extend this one here early in the second half. But we'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back as the Lions lead 32-26 over the University of Mobile at halftime. This is Southeastern men's basketball right here on the Southeastern Sports Network.
What do you love most about being a student athlete at Southeastern?
So I chose teammates for life because on our golf team, nobody's from the same spot, but the friendships we've made once we graduate, I know we'll always be friends, we'll always see each other, we'll always come back and visit.
Southeastern leading 32-26 at the half. And this will be a perfect time to take us through our in-game announcements. The clear bag policy to increase public safety. Southeastern Athletics has instituted a clear bag policy for all ticketed athletic events. The policy mirrors the safety precautions taken upon entrance to professional and collegiate sporting venues throughout the country. More information about the new Lion Clear policy is available at lionsports.net/clear. Lions Game Day Experience app. Enjoy digital access to Southeastern player bios, schedules, live scoring updates, social media feeds, and much more. The new mobile app, which provides for custom notifications and support for audio and video broadcasts, is available for download in the App Store and Google Play. A download link is also available at lionsports.net/app. Inside Southeastern Basketball begins Monday, January the 6th at 7 p.m. Inside Southeastern Basketball with David Kiefer airs live from Rainbow Daiquiris at 14384 West Thomas Street Talk College Hoops with head coach David Kiefer and host Alan Waddell as they cover the finer points of each game and preview upcoming games. If you can't join the crowd, you can submit a question at lionsports.net for the Quote Ask the Coach segment. Inside Southeastern Basketball with David Kiefer airs each Monday night during the Southland Conference schedule on the Southeastern Sports Network. That again begins Monday, January the 6th. The North Oaks Health tip of the game. North Oaks Orthopedic Specialty Center provides expert bone, joint, and muscle care for all ages, from children to senior adults, little leaguers to elite athletes, and everyone in between. Connect with the physician specialist of North Oaks Orthopedic Specialty Center in Hammond and Livingston at northoaks.org. So, also, about the upcoming schedule, which I know I've mentioned a couple times in the broadcast, but if you happen to be just joining us, again, noteworthy the schedule that the Lions are about to embark on this very friendly home week that we have had this week. We do the exact opposite next week. The Lions will take to the road to face Tulsa Wednesday night at 7. Southeastern will leave Tuesday morning, fly out of New Orleans for Oklahoma, and then take on I believe it's the Tulsa Golden Hurricane, if I'm not mistaken. And tip off at 7 o'clock. We'll have that for you right here on 90.9 KSLU. Then Saturday afternoon, the 23rd at 4, they'll take on Austin P in Clarksville, Tennessee. Then Monday, the 25th at Vanderbilt at 7 o'clock. For those of you that have the SEC network, you can check out the Lions in Vanderbilt on the SEC network. If you don't, you can tune in and follow the play-by-play with us right here on KSLU. Then after a week off, the Lions will take on the University of Lafayette, Louisiana Lafayette, December the 3rd at 7 p.m. And then finally, after 3 weeks, they'll return home to the University Center to face Suno, Southern New Orleans, at 7 p.m. But we'll take our final break and come back and get you started in the second half as the Lions hold a 32-26 lead over the University of Mobile. This is Southeastern men's basketball right here on the Southeastern Sports Network. To the University Center, just about ready to start the second half as Southeastern leads the University of Mobile 32-26 here on the Sunday matinee, a rare home Sunday game, as the Lions look to even their record at 2-2. And credit to Mobile, as they have done anything but come in here and be that quote money game, as they have battled and competed for the first 20 minutes and have made this a ball game. And Lions going to have to come out here early in the second half and try to put this one to bed as early as possible. And then they can start kind of, getting mentally prepared for next week, which is going to be probably the toughest week of the season as far as the travel goes. Maybe tougher opponents at some point when you look ahead. I mean, maybe you can look at the week of when the Lions are going to take on Ole Miss and Oklahoma State. But, be a good mental test next week, and with all the traveling and whatnot, to see how the Lions respond, how this young Lions team responds. So then take care of business today, knowing that that looms ahead of you, a week-long road trip. And before you know it, the little things like that are what help a team grow into a championship team. I mean, how mature are they in handling, travel plans, different games that you're supposed to win, games that you're not supposed to win, etc. And, this next 10 days or so will tell you a lot about this Southeastern basketball team as we're ready to go here in the second half, as Anderson has it for Mobile, moving left to right to start the second half, as this one goes up top to short, far side wing. It'll go over to Anderson gets it to Stanford, working on the far side wing. Stanford kills his dribble, can't find anywhere to go with it, and then he hands it off. It's knocked away, but it goes right into the hands of Sipling, who lays it up and in. It's a 4-point game now, 32-28. Julian dribbles into the lane. He's cut off. Let's see, what do we have? I'm going to say a push called against the Rams as Julian fell to the ground, and Rams call for the blocking foul. Julian will inbound it underneath his own basket on the near sideline to Smith. Smith will slow it down, trying to go down low to Brewer, but can't. Gets it to Gonzalez. Far side to Julian. Just underway here in the second half of this one. Southeastern leading by 4 over the University of Mobile. 8 seconds to shoot. Smith gets it to Jop. Jop back up top to Brewer. Brewer will take the long jumper, and that's in and out, no good. Tipped and fought for, and there's a loose ball. And Julian able to get it down to Smith, who gets it to Jop, and Jop slams it home, the two-handed dunk. 6-point game. David keep urging his guys to pick up the intensity on the defensive end as it comes inbounds to Anderson. Anderson gets it into the front court to Short. Short guarded by Smith. Smith all over him. Pass comes back near side to Stanford. He drives baseline, shut off nicely by Gonzalez, but then a hesitation dribble. He puts the layup up, no good. Rebound cleared by Southeastern and Smith. Smith front court, top of the key. 34-28 Lions. Pass goes to Julian, back to Brewer. Brewer working near side wing. He'll give it to Smith, back to Jop. Jop will give it to Brewer. Brewer drives baseline. He puts this one off the glass. It's no good. Offensive rebound, Brewer. Brewer goes back up with it. Layup is no good, but he is fouled, and he'll shoot a couple of free throws. Lions turning up the intensity a little bit here early in the second half with 18:08 remaining. Southeastern 34. Mobile 28. The Brewer, first free throw is up, and this one is in and out, no good. Lions by 6 as Brewer at the line. Brewer with 8 points on the night, make that 9. As Southeastern will get to set their pressure up again as it'll come in bounds to Short. Short gets it over to Anderson. Anderson in the backcourt, guarded closely by Smith. Smith turning him nicely, but the pressure is broken as it gets to Stanford. He'll back it out to the half-court circle, and the Rams will set it up. Brewer guarding him closely. This one goes back far side, the three-pointer for Curry. No, he fakes the three, does Curry, and then has it poked away. It goes right into the hands of Sipling. Sipling shot put up off the rim, no good. Rebound cleared by the Lions. Smith has it. Smith throws it away as it goes off the hands of Gonzalez. So Smith got a little bit ahead of himself there, and the Lions turn it over. 35-28. Southeastern, 17:36 left in the ball game. Lions trying to even the record at 2-2 before heading off on the three-game road trip next week. In the front court, it's Anderson. Anderson almost has his pocket picked, but is able to get it to Stanford. Stanford takes a little floater from the free throw line off the front iron, no good. Offensive rebound goes off the leg of Curry as Julian able to get in there and strip it and knocks it off of Curry, and it'll go back to Southeastern. So Darius Curry, the 6'5 senior from Center Point, Alabama, turns it over, and the Lions have a chance to add to the 7-point lead. Julian has this one. He'll dribble to the far side, and what do we have? A foul away from the ball against Southeastern. We're going to get a moving screen against Pop Jop. As that'll be Jop's. I think that's his second. So Jeremiah Saunders will check in. Pressure continues in the backcourt. Nowhere to go with it. Lions, so doing a good job of denying, but Mobile able to get it in bounds. Short has it, gets it into the front court to Anderson. Anderson working near side. That's, though, even when the Lions don't get the turnovers, when they're able to put that kind of pressure and, force Mobile to start their offense with, 18 seconds on the shot clock, you disrupt everything they're trying to do. Three-pointer far side. That's off the front iron, no good. It's tipped back out, and it goes to loose ball. They're going to say it went out of bounds off of Gonzalez. 35-28 Lions, 16:34 to go as Gonzalez will come out, Kirby will come in. So it'll be Stanford to inbound far side. He gets it to Sipling at the top of the key. Comes near side to Anderson. Anderson back to Short. Looked like he shuffled his feet, but it comes back near side to Anderson. He'll get it into the corner to Stanford. Knocked away momentarily by Brewer. It's stolen, and they get it into the front court. Brewer, backdoor layup put up, no good, but a foul called as Julian with a terrific pass to Brewer. A no-look pass in transition, and Brewer goes to the line. Tell you what, Vaughn Julian's court vision is on another level, fans. Just the little things that Vaughn Julian does, and Coach Kiefer will talk about that a lot this year. You just can't free throws put up and good. There's a lot of things that he does that will never show up in the stat sheet that helped his team win games. There's Brewers' first free throw, no good. Lions maintain a 3-possession lead, but they're not doing themselves a whole heck of a lot of favors at the free throw line as they're now 4 of 9. Make that 4 of 10. Second free throw in and out, no good. Rebound cleared by Mobile. 35-28 our score. Southeastern has the lead as it's Anderson who brings it into the front court. He gives it to Sipling, back it to Anderson. He drives right side, layup partially blocked. Loose ball. We're going to get an offensive rebound and a jump ball. Gives it back to Southeastern. Well, terrific job by both Brewer and Job to get up there and alter the shot. I don't think either one of them actually got a piece of it. But those are two guys that can sky up by the rim, and trying to shoot over them is not an easy task, even if you are Sipling at 6'7". Pass comes near side to Kirby. Kirby with the hot hand from the three-point line. He's got 3 already, and that one from the near side, make that 4. Kirby drills the three-pointer. That's 12 points for him. And what do we have? A 5-second call. Southeastern gets it back. It's a 10-point game as we go to the under 16 media timeout. Southeastern leading 38-28. This is Southeastern men's basketball right here on the Southeastern Sports Network. Lions push the lead back to double digits, 38-28 over the University of Mobile after a three-pointer by Isaiah Kirby. Kirby has 4 three-pointers on the night, and he's got 12 points to lead all scorers. Lions not necessarily lighting it up from the field, shooting just 13 of 34, and the free throw line 7 of 15. So obviously there's some things the Lions are going to need to correct before next week, but get the win first, and they can worry about that next couple of days in practice. Julian gets it inbounds to Brewer. Brewer back to Kirby. Southeastern will set the offense up as the Rams have switched back to a zone, as this one will go far side wing over to Kirby. Has his pocket pick. Nice play by Stanford, but then he has his pocket pick from behind by Kirby, and now we're going to get a reach-in foul. Kirby going to be whistled for the foul. That will be his second and the third against the Lions. Pass inbounds comes to Ray. Ray back in the game after hurting his ankle. It appears he's good to go. And then the jumper is put up and good by Stanford. It's an 8-point game, 38-30. Lions with the lead as it is Julian to the top of the key. Goes far side with it over to Kirby. Kirby looking, goes back up top to Julian. Julian will hand this one to Saunders, to Brewer. Brewer far side wing to Kirby. He'll fire another three. Yeah, that's no good. Rebound cleared by the Rams. Into the hands of Bray, guarded by Saunders as he races it into the front court. Then he'll slow it down. Pass comes far side over to Anderson. Anderson, guarded by Kirby, back near side to Stanford. Stanford hands it off over to Bray. Bray trapped, but then he gets it over to Anderson, who drives in the lane. Layup put up, and good. It's back to 6. Mobile just will not go away, Lion fans. It's back to 6. Julian, top of the key. Can't find anywhere to go with it, and he'll hand it back to Brewer. Lions getting a little stagnant here. We get a reach-in foul called against Anderson, and that'll be his third personal. 14-13 left in the game. Lions 38, Mobile 32. Nick Caldwell checks in for Pop Jop. So on the floor for Southeastern, Saunders, Caldwell, Kirby, Brewer, and Julian. Julian to Caldwell, working on the near side wing. He'll go back up top to Julian. Julian dribbles to the far side, and he'll go to Caldwell. Caldwell back to Kirby. Kirby crossover dribble. Lions with 7 seconds to shoot. Back to Julian. Julian going to have to create something in a hurry. 3 seconds. Shot clock expiring. Three-pointer far side, no good. Offensive rebound. It is to Brewer. He goes up strong with it, and he's fouled. Boy, Kirby got that one off just in front of the shot clock expiration, and able to get the offensive rebound was Brewer. So Brewer goes to the free throw line. And let's see, first free throw up. First free throw is good for Ty Brewer. Brewer 4 of 7 from the line, as Maurice Anderson checks out. Cruz checks back in. 39-32. Second free throw up. Second free throw rolls in and out. No good. Rebound fought for. It goes to Cruz. Cruz clears it for the Rams, and they'll get it to Bray, who brings it into the front court. He's guarded closely. Oh, what a play by Kirby. Comes in and knocks it away and steals it. Lobs it back door to Brewer, who slams it down. And we're going to get a delay game, I think, against Southeastern. So it is a delay game against Southeastern, and first one is just a warning, so no technical foul, but delay game called against Southeastern. Pass comes inbounds. Kirby. Lions trying to get it again, and jump ball. And the jump ball, though, give it back to the Rams, but Southeastern picking it up in the last couple of possessions as they lead this one by 9. 13:27 to go in the game. So the possession arrow keeps it. Pass comes in, bounce to Cruz. Cruz gets it over to Gray. Bray into the front court. Pressure is broken by Fouts. Fouts back up top to Bray. Bray over to Stanford. Stanford cut off nicely, then throws it back out, almost loses it, but Bray able to hang on to it. Lions really getting after it defensively on this possession. Closes out nicely, does Kirby. Jumper, though, put up and good by number 3, Logan Fouts. 41-34, Southeastern. Saunders has it, gets it to Brewer. Brewer at the free throw line, takes the jumper, puts this one up. This one is no good. Rebound is taken by Stanford. Stanford into the front court up ahead to Cruz. He will lay it up and lay it in, and it is back to 5. Just like that. Somehow Mobile continues to stay in this game when it looks like the Lions are taking over. Julian gets it out to Brewer. Brewer down low to Caldwell. Caldwell backs down. The shot is put up, no good, and the foul. He'll go to the free throw. Well, let's see. They're going to get it on the floor? No. Okay, so they obviously will put Caldwell at the line. 12:32 to go in the game. Southeastern leading by 5, 41-36. And I guess, feels like the play of the game has been dominated by Southeastern, but the shooting struggles have kept the Lions' shooting struggles have kept Mobile in this game. Free throw line for Caldwell. That one is good for the freshman. Caldwell with 3 points on the day. Southeastern 42. Mobile 36 as Mox Romanoff checks in for the Lions. Saunders out, so that puts it with Brewer, Caldwell, Romanoff, Smith, and Julian on the floor for Southeastern. 12:32 to go in the game. Second free throw, Caldwell. This one nothing but net. I bet he hit 15 in the row during pregame warm-ups today. He was standing at the free throw line, hitting them like they were layups, as this is pressure in the backcourt by Louts, and it's thrown away, stolen by Brewer. Another terrific play by the sophomore to Caldwell, and we're going to get a blocking foul called against Bray. That'll be Bray's first. That's the 16th foul against Mobile. Southeastern will shoot the bonus the rest of the way, and we have an eternity left in this game. Actually, yes, that's the 7th team foul. So starting now, the Lions are shooting the bonus. Caldwell at the line, front end of the 1-and-1. Nothing but net. I mean, I haven't seen him between warm-ups and anything he's taken in the game today come close to touching the rim, which obviously I'm going to jinx that soon enough. Brewer checks out. Caldwell at the line. Second one. And, of course, in and out. Sorry about that, Nick. 8-point game. This one goes into the front court. The pressure, and we're going to get a reach-in foul called against the Lions, and I think they're going to get Byron Smith. I don't know what it's going to take for me to learn that you cannot play with the basketball gods or the baseball gods or any of that. I talked about the free throws, etc., and he misses it immediately. That's on me, Nick Caldwell. Pass goes into the corner to Fouts. Fouts cut off, but then he puts a tough shot up, and it's knocked away. And somehow Cruz is able to get the rebound. The shot clock does not reset. Pass goes far side over to Bray. Bray goes in. Cruz has it knocked away, but gets it back and lays it back up and in as Mobile continues to nip at the Lions' heels. It's a 6-point game, 44-38. Julian takes a screen from Caldwell to the top of the key. Goes pass near side to Smith. He gives it down low to Caldwell. Baseline jumper. That's in and out, no good. Rebound cleared by the Rams, and here come Mobile. Good pass down low. Cruz lays it off down low to number 5. That is Curry, and it's down to 4 as we approach the next dead ball takes us to immediate timeout. 11:18 to go in the game. Southeastern by 4, 44-40. Pass goes to Caldwell. Caldwell over to Jop. Jop hands it off to Romanoff, who almost turns it over. He'll give it back to Caldwell. Caldwell to Smith. Back up top to Julian with 5 seconds to shoot with 4, with 3. Julian right side elbow jumper. That's no good. Offensive rebound put back up and good by Byron Smith. Nicely done by Smith on the second chance, and Bray has it. Back the other way. Bray will go up with it, and it's blocked again. Pop Jump comes away with the rejection, and the Lions have numbers. Julian gets it down low to Caldwell. Layup put up, no good, but a lot of contact this time, and no foul call. This one goes over to Stanford. Jumper is good. It's back to 4, 46-42. Mobile right on Southeastern's hip, as they have been for the better part of this game. Smith hands it off to Romanoff. Romanoff to Julian. Julian to Caldwell. 10 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the game. Over to Julian. He drives right side. Shot put up off the glass and good. We are way past the media timeout. We're going to go to it now as Romanoff whistled for the foul. 10:04 to go in the game. Southeastern 48. Mobile 42. We'll take a break and come back. This is Southeastern men's basketball right here on the .04 to go in this one. Southeastern leading 48-42 as they have had to take a pretty good battle here from the very game. University of Mobile Rams in the NAIA, and they have come in here. And this game is actually listed as an exhibition on their schedule, so they're just coming in here playing for pride, and they have played with a ton of it. As this one is brought into the front court by Bray. Bray backdoor pass to Stanford. Lays it up, no good. Blows the point-blank layup. Boy, that's a break for the Lions as Julian gets it into the front court. Julian hands it off to Smith. Jumper from the elbow. That's good. Byron Smith knocks it down. That's a huge 4-point swing as the Lions back up in front by 8. As this one goes to Bray, and he throws it away, or it goes off of his hands back the other way. So Southeastern dodging a little bit of a bullet there as Stanford missed the give-me layup on the other end, and the Lions come back on the other end and knock down the jumper, and they lead by 8, 50-42. Coach David Keeper and the Lions trying to get to 2-2, and again, it's just about getting better every single game and each possession, and there's been some good things that have happened tonight, and there's been some things that I'm sure Coach Keeper and the staff will look at after this one and, talk about what they need to get corrected. Smith, top of the key. He dribbles right side, cut off nicely. This one goes to Kirby. Kirby back up top. Caldwell from way outside. It's an air ball. Will go the other way. Caldwell not afraid to shoot it from way back, and he can knock it down. We've seen him do it a couple times already this year. 8-point lead for Southeastern. 9:15 to go in this one. Pressure in the backcourt by Southeastern as this one is brought into the front court by Fouts. Fouts gets it out to Cruz. That's short. And then it goes far side. This is layup put up. No good by Curry. Rebound cleared by Jop. And Southeastern will bring it the other way with Smith. Smith to Kirby. Kirby looking down low for Brewer. Goes back up top to Caldwell. Caldwell to Kirby. Kirby takes a couple of dribbles and will give it back to Caldwell. Near side to Smith. Smith with 12 seconds to shoot. Smith takes a couple of dribbles to the top of the key. He'll dribble to the far side corner. He's cut off. Shot clock running out on the Lions, and this one's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by Mobile, but Southeastern with just 2 seconds to shoot. And let's see, what do we have? A timeout. Okay, so they're going to take the full timeout. They're going to take the media timeout now, so we'll go ahead and take it. Southeastern leads 50-42 here with 8:30 to go in the game. This is Southeastern men's basketball right here on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Hmm.
50-42 Southeastern, 8:30 to go in the ball game. Lions with possession, but just 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Let's see what Coach David Keeper was able to draw up here. Caldwell gets it to Smith, and he traveled. No, he stepped out of bounds. Okay. Lions have been doing that a lot through the first couple of games this year. Court awareness not quite there early on in the season. Inbounds pass. This one will go to the Rams. Three-pointer far side. That one is in and out, no good. Offensive rebound by Sipling, put up and good. And as this game just continues to stay right in the grasps of the Rams. Lions lead by 6. This one goes to Jop. Jop left-handed layup, put up and good. Back to 8. We see Saul back and forth. And back the other way quickly is Anderson. Anderson drives baseline. Layup, put up, no, or good. Charge. Great job by Pop. Jop took that one right in the chest, and it'll go the other way. So 52-44 our score. And go figure, now they do go to the media timeout. So I jumped the gun on that one, even though they called a full. So we'll just go ahead and stay right with it, fans, as I don't know, that's weird. It was almost the exact same time in the first half, 8 minutes and 30 seconds. They called the timeout, and they ended up making that the media timeout. They didn't do that a moment ago, so now they're officially at the media timeout. So instead of going to another break and throwing off the log, we're going to just stay right with it here and go through a couple of in-game announcements. The clear bag policy to increase public safety. Southeastern Athletics has instituted a clear bag policy for all ticketed athletic events. The policy mirrors the safety precautions taken upon entrance to professional and collegiate sporting venues throughout the country. More information about the new Lion Clear policy is available at lionsports.net/clear. Lions Game Day Experience app. Enjoy digital access to Southeastern player bios, schedules, live scoring updates, social media feeds, and much more. The new mobile app, which provides for custom notifications and support for audio and video broadcasts, is available for download in the App Store and Google Play. A download link is also available at lionsports.net/app. 7:44 left in the game. Southeastern 52 and Mobile 44. Lions looking to get to 2-2 before heading off for the road trip, which begins Wednesday at Tulsa, Oklahoma at 7 o'clock. This one goes to Pop. Jop fakes the jumper from the elbow, takes the jumper from the elbow, makes the jumper from the elbow. 54-44, Lions with the lead. 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Pressure in the backcourt by the Lions, and it's broken as Bray gets into the front court. He'll back it out to the half-court circle, then gives it over to Fouts. Fouts to the far side wing, goes back up top to Katsugowers. As this one back up top. Katsugowers. I'm just going to call him Andre SK, and he fires the three from way downtown, but it's no good. Offensive rebound, Noah Travel. Well, I heard violation. I think it meant 3 seconds because it's the only thing I can think because the shot clock hadn't run down. But anyway, Lions have the ball. Pass goes into the corner to Gonzalez. Gets it down low. Drop layup. Put up no good. Offensive rebound. Put up no good. Fought for, and it's tipped into the hands of the Rams. Back the other way. Sipling lays it up and in. Nice job on the snowbird run out. And Mobile right there. It's an 8-point game. Julian to the free throw line. He's cut off and then has his shot blocked partially from behind, but it goes back out to Kirby. Kirby cut off. Can't find anywhere to go. 17 seconds on the shot clock. They'll give it back to Julian, and he'll reset. Julian with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to add to the lead. This one back to Gonzalez. He'll fire the three. That's no good. It's tipped and it's fought for. It's Kirby getting the offensive rebound. Kirby will take the jumper from the near side. That's no good, but it goes out of bounds off of the Rams. 6 minutes exactly left in this one. Lions attacking the offensive glass. The shooting has not been not been particularly good at all tonight, but you'll take that. The shots don't always fall, but the defense has been pretty good. So Julian has it. He gets it to Brewer. Jumper from the near side is good. Brewer knocks down the 10-footer, and he has 14 now. That leads all scores, and it's Brewer again. Jumper, make that 16. Pressure in the backcourt. Lions getting it done now as the lead balloons to 12. 5:40 to go in the game as Bray brings it into the front court. As Gonzalez tries to get the steal, they get this one to Cruz. Cruz has it knocked away, gets it back. He'll go to the little floater from about 6 feet away and gets it to go back to 10. Southeastern with the lead. Julian, free throw line, far side wing over to Brewer. Brewer got the hot hand right now, might as well keep it. This one to Julian, over to Kirby. Kirby gets it over to Jop, working on the near side baseline. Jop, baseline jumper. This one's no good. Beg your pardon, it rolls in and out, no good. Brewer tried to slam it home, and he missed the dunk, and will go the other way. Gray has it, gets it into the corner. Fouts, fakes the three, drives baseline, crossover, dribble, cut off nicely by Gonzalez. Tough shot, put up no good, but a foul called against Gonzalez. I thought that's kind of a tough break for Gonzalez. I thought he played that exceptional, and Gonzalez whistled for the foul. That's just his first, but I don't know what else he thought. Gonzalez played almost flawless defense on that one, but nonetheless, Fouts goes to the free throw line. This one is up, and it is good. As the Rams refuse to go away in this one, the Lions have kept a 8 to 10, anywhere from 8 to 12 point lead for the better part of this game, but the Rams here and there have cut the lead to 6 and 4 a couple of times. So this has been a pretty competitive game from the opening tip. 58-50 Southeastern, as both free throws are good. Pressure in the backcourt. Kirby gets it to Brewer. Brewer up to Gonzalez. Lions have some numbers, but nice job in transition by the Rams defense. Julian fakes the three, gets it back up to Kirby. Kirby down low to pop drop at the elbow, and he drop step layup, put up no good, but Brewer there to slam it home with the high percentage putback. Good ball, good footwork by Jop, and then Brewer there to clean it up as it rolled off the rim. 60-50 Southeastern, as this one is almost turned over. Somehow it goes out to Cruz for three. It's off the iron, no good. Cruz gets it back. The layup put up and good. And got a little lazy that time by the Lions. First time I can say that in this game. As the Lions now with an 8-point lead, 4 minutes to go in the game. Gonzalez has it, near side corner, gets it back up top to Brewer. Next dead ball takes us to our final media timeout of the game. Gonzalez, 15 seconds to shoot. Lions leading by 8. Jop at the free throw line. He'll take the jumper. That's actually from the elbow, and the rebound is cleared by Bray. Bray throws it up ahead. Julian gets the steal, though. That's a big play. Lions maybe with a chance. Back door to Jop. Throws it away, does Julian. Boy, that one was developing, and you saw a highlight reel play coming, but Jop and Julian not quite on the same wavelength with that one. 60-52 Southeastern. 3:34 to go in the game. We'll take our final media timeout. This is Southeastern basketball right here on the Southeastern Sports Network. Southeastern 60, University of Mobile 52, 3:34 to go in the game. Lions trying to hang on for the win, and it's a snowbird run out again. The Lions will give up the dunk on the other end, and it's back to 6 as it's slammed home by Will Stanford. So break down defensively, and the Lions will bring it back the other way. Julian has it, can't find where to go with it, and the Rams starting to feel like they can steal this one, and it's very much up for grabs. Lions need a quick burst here. Julian has it, gets it outside to Gonzalez for 3, no good. Rebound is cleared by the Rams, and that's going to be a foul against Caldwell, and that'll be just the 6th against the Lions. No, Isaiah Kirby actually called for the foul, not Caldwell. 3 minutes and 2 seconds left in the game. Saunders is going to check in for Southeastern. And this one will come to Reese Bray. Bray will bring it into the front court. Pass goes far side to Stanford. Stanford dribbles to the top of the key and gives it near side to Short. This one lobbed down low. Sipling lays it up, lays it in. Holy goodness, it's a 4-point game, 60-56. As the Mobile bench comes to their feet. Julian dribbles to the free throw line. Pass to Kirby. He'll fire the 3. That's no good. Rebound cleared. And here comes the Rams into the front court. Bray. Bray has it knocked away. And layup put up. No good. The loose ball goes out of bounds off of Mobile. With 2:20 to go in the game, Southeastern clinging to a 4-point lead, 60-56. And if you're Southeastern, and it's hard in a situation like this against a team, you know, that obviously on paper you're supposed to beat and beat handily. You get caught playing not to lose, and you can't do that right now. You got to put your foot on the gas and go after it. Layup put up and good by Julian. Inbound pass to Gray. Southeastern back in front by 6 as we hit the 2-minute mark in the ball game. 2 minutes remaining. This one stolen by Caldwell. Good job by Caldwell on the back end to steal that one, and the Lions have it with a chance to add to the lead as Julian will back it up. 1:46 left in the game. Southeastern 62, Mobile 56. Julian near side to Saunders. He'll get it down low to Brewer. Turnaround jumper. That's off the front iron. No good, but there's Kirby there for the offensive rebound. Kirby comes flying in. 3-pointer far side. Saunders, that's no good. The offensive rebound fought for, and it's cleared by the Rams. I'll tell you, I would like to have seen the Lions pull that one back after they got the offensive rebound and run some clock. This one goes to Cruz. Cruz back outside to Gray near the half-court line. 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. Lions by 6. 62-56. Layup put up. Layup is good by Stanford with 1:03 to go in the game, and the Lions going to have to battle here down the final minute, knock down some free throws and execute to hang on and win this ball game, as we'll stay right with it. The Inside Southeastern Basketball premieres Monday, January the 6th, as head coach David Kiefer, Inside Southeastern Basketball with David Kiefer airs live from Rainbow Daiquiris at 14384 West Thomas Street. Talk college hoops with Coach Kiefer and host Alan Waddell as they cover the finer points of each game and preview the upcoming games. If you can't join the crowd, you can submit a question at linesports.net for the quote Ask the Coach segment. Inside Southeastern Basketball with David Kiefer airs each Monday night during the Lions Southland Conference schedule on the Southeastern Sports Network. So the reset, Southeastern leading 62-58. Both teams in the 1-1 from here on. Lions actually just with 6 fouls, but if they do commit another one, then obviously that would put Mobile at the line. As the Lions have the basketball, figured Mobile might pressure a little bit here, but they will let the Lions walk it into the front court ever so slowly with a minute exactly remaining in the game. Lions with a 2-possession lead. A bucket here would certainly make my heart get a little bit more sustainable, because right now my heart is in my throat. Julian out near the half-court circle. Clock running down, 38 seconds to play in the game. Julian dribbles left side, goes hard to the basket, puts it up off the glass. No good, but a foul going to be called as Cruz whistled for the block. And the absolute guy I would hand-pick to shoot free throws is at the line to shoot them in Vaughn Julian. So foul against Cruz. Julian at the free throw line. First free throw rolls off the rim. Ouch. Okay. Not mentioning free throws ever again this year. Or mentioning how good of a shooter we have or anything. Obviously, Julian is terrific, but there's something that my voice is doing to our guys. So, second free throw coming. This one is nothing but net, and the Lions by 5 with 35 seconds to go. And this one anything but over. Lions need a stop here. Just don't want to give any hope. Knocked away and stolen by Caldwell. What a play. Brewer has it. He will lay it up. He will lay it in, but a foul called on the floor ahead of the shot, so he'll go to the line. But what a play by Nick Caldwell as he got his hand in there and picked it clean, and the Lions with a chance to make this a 3-possession game. Double bonus for Southeastern as they look to make it a 3-possession lead. Brewer at the free throw line. First free throw up, first free throw good. 64-58 Lions, 22 seconds left. Brewer's second free throw. This one is up. This one is good. And the Lions have the 3-possession lead. That is huge by Ty Brewer as he's now got 18. I think that's actually 20 for Brewer now that I think about it. 65-58 Lions. 20 seconds to go. Bray into the front court. Hands it off to Anderson. Back to Bray. Bray to Cruz. Bray throws it far side all the way to short. That one partially blocked by Brewer. There's a loose ball, and the possession is cleared by Smith, and that'll do it as the Lions will get it into the front court and even their record at 2-2. So the Lions, wasn't easy, but they'll take it as they win this one 65-58 and improve to 2-2. We'll take a break. We'll come back with final box scores. We'll hear from assistant men's basketball coach Patrick Schulte and much more. You've been watching Southeastern basketball right here on the Southeastern Sports Network. to the University Center, fans, as the Lions win this one by a score of 65-58, as we're joined now by assistant men's basketball coach for the Lions, Patrick Schulte. And, Coach, got to give a lot of credit, of course, to Mobile coming in here and competing for 40 minutes, but thought our guys did what we had to do, and the main thing was to get out of here with a victory before we head off on the road for a very long, lengthy trip.
Yeah, absolutely. Mobile came in here today. They're really well coached, and they played a good game. We both teams, I think, set offense back by about 5 years, but some of that was due to both of our defenses. Baskets were hard to come by today, but at the end of the day, we were able to do enough to get a win.
Well, still the defense is doing their job. I mean, we forced 27 turnovers again today. While this team is still in the quote-unquote growing process throughout the year, that's one thing that has not been an issue yet, is their lack of effort on that side of the floor. I mean, it's got to be, a little bit of a consolation for you guys that knowing that you've got that you can lean on every game, and the offense is going to get better game by game.
Right, that's what we rely on, is our energy. That's something that can't slip any day. Every day we play, that energy has to be at the peak level. We're just like any other team right now. Offensively, we're not as good as we want to be.
Be better in February than you are in November,
we're not executing even as well as we'd like to be now, but with 10 or 11 freshmen and sophomores, it's kind of to be expected a little bit. But the one thing they can't always control is their energy. They can't control if a shot's going in or if their teammate maybe cut the wrong way on a play, but as long as we keep that energy where we want it, we'll be okay.
If there is one area I guess I would point to that from the defensive end that I've seen us be better at, stopping the dribble guard penetration a little bit was a little bit of a problem today, but I think a little bit of credit deserved for Will Stanford and Maurice Anderson. They may not be quote unquote Division I, but those guys were really athletic and could really handle the basketball and create some space.
Yeah, no doubt. They're both really good players. We didn't do a good enough job, our guys off the ball, getting to the ball in those gaps, so we left the man guarding it kind of on an island. And like you said, Stanford and Anderson are both two really good players, so it's hard to guard somebody on an island out there.
Yeah, no doubt. Last question. Moving on to this coming week, Patrick. Obviously, a long week that we're going to have. Team's going to be able to grow a lot, I believe, in the next couple of games, just on all the little things that go with these long road trips on preparation and whatnot. What are you looking for to see from this team, other than obviously in a perfect world we go on the road and win 3 games at Tulsa, Vanderbilt, and Austin Peay?
I'm looking forward to see how we handle a little bit of adversity when we're away from home.
Yeah.
When maybe we don't get a call that we should have got. Looking to see how our guys grow and if we can learn to execute better, both offensively and defensively, because like we talked about, the energy and the effort's always there, but right now our execution, both offensively and defensively, just isn't quite where we need it to be.
Yeah, no question, man. Well, listen, I'm not going to keep you long today. We went to get back there with the guys and I guess, celebrate the victory and go from there. And listen, man, looking forward to next week. Looking forward to the road trip with you guys, man. The long road trip and getting on the bus and shooting the breeze. But, ladies and gentlemen, Southeastern assistant basketball coach Patrick Schulte. We'll take a 2-minute break, come back, and go through some of the final box scores and stats. You've been watching and listening Southeastern men's basketball right here on the Southeastern Sports Network. Welcome back to the University Center. Lion fans, the Southeastern wins this one 65-58. A very game Mobile team came in and battled and competed for 40 minutes against the Lions, but the important thing, the Lions do get the win as they can take this with them and put this in a little bit of a feather in the hat as they improve to 2-2 and get ready for the road trip. As we go through the final box score, first for Mobile individually, Gabrielle Cruz led the way for the Rams with 15 points, 5 of 8 shooting. Will Stanford, 14 points, 7 of 12. Maurice Anderson with 12 points, 5 of 11 shooting. 10 points for Devontae Sipling on 5 of 8 shooting. He had a double-double as well as the Rams shoot 24 of 58 from the field, just 2 of 15 from the three-point line, 8 of 12 from the free throw line. They shoot 41.4% for the game. 27 turnovers, though, the difference in the game as the Lions able to capitalize off of that. For Southeastern, Ty Brewer leading the way with 20 points and 11 rebounds. 20 points, a new career high for Brewer, as that is also his second double-double of the year. Brewer finishes 7 of 16 from the field, 6 of 10 from the free throw line. Jop with 14 points and 7 rebounds. 12 points for Isaiah Kirby on 4 3-pointers. 8 points for Vaughn Julian, along with 7 assists. 6 points for Byron Smith. The Lions shoot 23 of 63 from the field, 5 of 22 from the three-point line. Really, the only disturbing number from tonight is this 14 of 25 from the free throw line. Obviously, that's going to have to get better for Southeastern moving forward. But the stat of the game, Southeastern 25 points off turnovers for the Lions, 11 for Mobile as the Lions pick up the victory. But before we wrap this one up, I thought I'd give a shout out to an old friend of mine and an old friend of the program that's listening in, former assistant coach Kyle Rowan, listening in to this afternoon's broadcast. Now, of course, assistant coach over with former Lions head coach Jay Ladner over at the University of Southern Miss, and he's tuned into the broadcast today. So, Coach Ladner, Coach Rowan, hope you guys are doing good, man. Glad you tuned in, and give me a call one day when you guys have some time. But anyway, we're out of time for this one, fans, as the Lions pick up the victory by a score of 65-58. This copyrighted broadcast of Southeastern basketball may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed without the express written consent of the Southeastern Louisiana University Department of Athletics. The executive producer of Southeastern Sports Network is athletic director J.R. Teagues, associate producers Zola Adeboye and Andrew Bishek, coordinating producers Damon Sunday and Colton Victors. Audio producer for today's broadcast is Todd Delaney. Our director on the Southeastern Sports Network, Jamie Wrights. Our producer back at the KSLU studios, Caitlin Bartholomew. Camera operators for the Southeastern Sports Network broadcast, Tyler Dawsey, Mark Woodall, and Andrea Hunt. I'm Chris Salim, reminding you once again, your final score, Southeastern wins 65-58. Don't forget, we'll be back in action Wednesday night as the Lions take on the Tulsa Golden Hurricane on the road at 7 p.m. We'll have the play-by-play for you of that one with the pregame beginning at 6:45. The Lions improve to 2-2. Thanks again for watching and listening to Southeastern men's basketball. Good night from the University Center in beautiful Hammond, America.